Good evening. How we doing? We're going to be doing a book talk on Kennedy assassinated. The world mourns a reporter story, and the reporter, his name was Wilbur Hampton, and this is basically his day when Kennedy was shot. It was in 1963, November 22nd, and he's actually reporting on President Kennedy coming to Dallas for political reasons, and he thinks it's a normal day, and he's at the office, and he's a young guy, he's just out of college, so he's not really important yet at the publishing company, but he ends up being very important by the end of the day. So the White House press secretary, well, the person in charge of the White House press in that company, UPI was a company, called and said shots have been fired, which were the shots that killed President Kennedy ultimately. And it details him ending up going to Parkland Hospital to find out all the information about President Kennedy. 'Cause that's where Kennedy went, is Parkland. And when he went to Parkland, he actually tied up a phone line, because it's 1960s, so they couldn't just use their cell phones. There was no cell phone. And he ends up finding out that President Kennedy's dead, so he's like, he's one of the first people to inform the world, like, he reports back to his publishing company, and they put out a bulletin, President Kennedy's dead, which changed history majorly. I mean, that's like us being around for 9/11. Like, we will always remember that day. And this reporter and the millions of people that lived at this time, billions of people, will always remember that day. And it chronicles all the way to when Lee Harvey Oswald got shot by Jack Ruby, because the security at the jail was really bad. Like, there was none security. There was no security. The press could just move freely how they wanted to, and they weren't checking credentials, and that's how Lee Harvey Oswald got shot. For my before activity, we're going to do anticipation guide right here. It's the statements are: Wilbur Hampton sees the president get shot, which is false. He was at the office. The president gets shot in Dallas, Texas. Of course, that's true. And the president gets rushed to Parkland Hospital after being shot, which is very true. And then the president was shot by Jack Ruby, which is not true. So here it is again. The president was actually shot by Lee Harvey Oswald. And then for a during activity, we'll do a double entry journal. And double entry journal will basically let you capture the text and your thoughts to the text and how it relates to you and what's your thoughts about that certain text. I'll read one here. There are some things in life for which there simply is no preparation. And I said, for the response right here, I said, this is so true, because you never know what will happen during your life, and an event occurs that changes history. My generation will look at 9/11 as the day that changed everything. And then we have, for after activity, 3-2-1 exit ticket. And there's different things you can use, but what I found was 3 facts I discovered, 2 facts I found interesting, and 1 question I still have. My question was, why do you want to kill a president? Why would somebody be motivated to do that? And Lee Harvey Oswald was motivated by political reasons, I believe, which is really sad. But this book is definitely a good history lesson, and it gives a perspective of what a reporter would be feeling that day, because they have to do their job, but also deal with the president dying, which, it's real life, and that's hard, because they have to be numb to that in a certain way. And actually, the guy that, Wilbur Hampton, he actually broke down and cried at the end of the book after everything was over. But It's a great book. Hope y'all check it out. And y'all have a good night. Appreciate it.